You do get a win, though, Derek, in front of a very important visitor, Kylan Boswell, 5-star, out of Arizona, but really from Champaign. And Kylan Boswell takes a visit to Illinois this weekend. His big family is filling up a lot of the visitor section, and this is a huge one for Illinois. They're battling head-to-head against Arizona, UNLV, with the was it? I'm thinking of former Kevin Kruger
yeah.
as the assistant coach. But they had an official visit as well. But everyone seems to think it's Illinois, Arizona here, Derek. What's this visit mean for Illinois to get Kylan Boswell on campus and have his family, big family here?
It means a lot. I mean, when you think about this run of success and the level of guard play you've had here recently, just continuing to build on that, to pair him with a Jaden Epps. And when he's a 5-star, one of the best guards in the country in his class, it's a really, really big deal. And to have someone from, when we talked about, from Chicago or downstate Illinois, how nice it'd be to have a connection there. This guy's from Champaign. Like, this guy has a bunch of family still here. While he's moved out, him and his parents live in California, and now he's at Arizona Compass Prep. He's still got uncles here. He's still got grandparents here. That's something that certainly is a part of the sell. I know that his grandpa flew in from California, David Ina, that was on one of the Rose Bowl teams in the 80s. And they played clips of him playing football and Kylan mixing that thing up and trying to do the legacy sell. And I think Brett Bielema was chipping in on that as well. So Arizona's got a lot to sell. Like, they're one of the best teams in the country. Tommy Lloyd's done a great job. They play a entertaining, high-paced, high-scoring brand of basketball. But for Illinois to really have this thing boiled down between those two, it's their opportunity to try to sell him on coming back home and playing in front of a lot of family and kind of being that stay-home star, like I would assume it was.
Yeah, and Iowa is such a good sell. And we know that is being involved in this pitch to Kylan Boswell. And you think about it, 2023, obviously Trent Frazier will be gone. Will Andre Curbelo, right? Does he return for a senior season if he's going to play with Boswell? But you think of Jaden Epps, a bucket getter, right? Sincere Harris, more of a guy who can play two ways, defend a little bit. Kylan Boswell, from all accounts, not only is a very good offensive player, Derek, and distributor and scorer, but a very, very good defender. I was asking, we were talking before the game about like comps to him. And the one guy, I've only seen clips of him, right? You've seen, I believe, him in person, but he's just a controlled player, maybe not the best athlete, maybe not the fastest, quickest twitch, but he's just, when he's your point guard, you feel really comfortable. That reminds me of Jalen Brunson. At least offensively, and then defensively, I think he might even be better than Jalen, who certainly gets after it, but just a little bit undersized. What can Kylan Boswell bring to, whether it's Illinois or Arizona? What does he bring to a team?
Winning. I know I sounded like Brad Underwood there, but I mean, the fact of his team won the Peach Jam finals this past year, his high school won whatever California state prior to transferring to Compass. They won a district or whatever it was, and then with Team USA and won a gold medal this past year in the FIBA. So he's done a lot of winning. He makes a lot of winning plays. He is, I know Brandon Jenkins, our national guy, one of our national guys at 24/7, said he's one of the best on-ball defenders in the class. Like, he is getting into you, being able to make guys uncomfortable, create turnovers. He loves to play up and down. He's got deep range on his three-point shot. Needs to get a little bit more consistent with the actual percentage, but he's got a lot of ability to shoot it, a great smooth stroke, and he can also get in the lane and finish through contact. I think both him and Epps, you like the fact that if you're playing together, the strength they have, like, to go to the rim, absorb contact, can play on or off the ball. That's kind of certainly a benefit there. But good passer and just checks a lot of those boxes. So I understand the Brunson comp for sure, because he's got that crafty physicality about him. I do think he has higher defensive upside, but man, he's a really, really, really good player, and one that would keep you with one of the top backcourts in the Big Ten, which has been the case for Illinois here the last couple of years.
What a great place to now be when you're Illinois, when you're battling Arizona for one of the top point guards in the country. And obviously you have the local connection, the family connection here, but it seems like you're making the most of it. We'll see if you can definitely make the most of it going forward here. But they do have a sell now with Io, with what Andre did last year, what Trent Frazier is doing. And then I just think who you compare him with, right? If RJ Melendez is a junior star, and you have the point guard addition to him and Luke Goody, We'll see who the bigs are. Dane Danger will be involved there, and they got to add more at that position. But Jaden Epps playing alongside him, Sincere Harris. Arizona's got a lot to sell, but Illinois' got that to sell too. And I think NIL, I think the hometown hero kind of thing certainly can help Illinois pitch to Kylan Boswell as well.
I would certainly think so. Yeah, absolutely. The opportunity there for him, certainly. And I know that he told me, I was talking to him at halftime, that he spent a lot of time with RJ and Luke this weekend. So I'm sure they're talking about the future and just putting pieces around him. And obviously he's got to be aware of 3 top 100 guys in the 22 class, and Rogers and Epps and Harris, that there's a lot of talent there.
Ty Rogers, yeah, maybe the Mr. Basketball in Illinois.
He's pretty good. But
that's a lot of pieces around an immediate impact, probably starting point guard. We got to figure out who the big would be, whether it's Danger or somebody else, or what kind of combination. But that is a lot to sell around a point guard, whether it's gonna be Boswell or Day Ames. Like, yep. They have nice pieces they're putting together, Derek. And that's why, like, I don't know, I hate to put this into existence, but like, even if you don't get Boswell, there's just such a confidence right now in the rosters Brad Underwood is recruiting. But now you're at the point where it's like, hey, the 5 stars keep us at the top of the Big Ten instead of battling to stay in top there with the guys you're bringing in. Like Boswell, he comes in here. It's like, yeah, we're definitely going to be like contending for Big Ten championships for the long term.
Yes, it's to the luxury part of the recruitment and the team building of that. Epps could even play on the ball quite a bit. And I know that's something that might be the case next year, maybe behind Andre Curbelo, but they do want another ball handling, high level guard, and they've been very selective in this class in terms of who they're trying to chase. And Kylan's been their number one priority. So that, like you said, with the different pieces, I think they fit together nicely. We'll see what life after Kofi is down low. You are going to have Dane Danger, and we'll see about big guys. I know Xavier Booker was a big guy out of Indianapolis visited today. He's a 4-star 2023. So that's an option, but yeah, there's the sell there. There's the winning. There's the high level guard play. And there's the guy in the NBA who stayed home and has his jersey in the rafters and was the Bob Cousy winner, and now doing some big things for the Chicago Bulls. And I just think that's really important. I asked Brad yesterday just how much you talking about. I knew the answer. Like that's a lot.
Yeah, sometimes as a reporter, you got to ask the question you know the answer to, but it allowed Brad to expound on it because he knew what you were asking for, right?
Yeah.
And Brad gave a really good answer about like, yeah, we use that because he does everything right. And it seems like Kylan's really, really mature kid. So, that's what's really striking about RJ to me is just his maturity, Kofi's maturity. That really stands out. Will Goody is that way because you feel like those kids you're going to get the most out of. You're not going to have to battle them very much.
Right. And I think that their player development, like Io's development physically, and I know that, Adam Fletcher's also a big part of the sell. It's all mixed in there of what Illinois can do with a very talented player and then get him to where he ultimately wants to go. I know that, we both talk to a lot of recruits. When you talk to those that are high up on the list, they tend to talk about, the NBA or the NFL and wanting to see somebody like them. I think that that's certainly been a factor when I've talked to a lot of the high level basketball recruits to say, well, this school has had this guy who plays like me and they can get me to the league. I think that Iowa is now that guy for Illinois. That's very important and keeps Illinois very relevant in that conversation.
DJ Cooper only lasted so long for John Gross, right? Like that was an issue for Illinois for years, is that you just can't point to anyone that said, yeah, we've coached a guy like you and look what he's doing now at the NBA. So just a huge boost for Illinois recruiting. We will see if they can get it done.